So before we dive in, as always, let's provide a quick background of Gemini Spark, when it was released, where's it at, if you have access to it, and if not, how do you get access? First off, it was spoken about during the Google I/O, similar to last episode, where it was a product that was recently released and it's in beta right now. So it has access to all of your drive, your email. It can do things on its own. It can look at your emails, constantly monitor them, and take agentic actions. It can buy stuff on the internet. It can do reservations, do flights. It can do a whole bunch of stuff, which you have seen before. That's nothing new. But I think for for an agent to be able to do that within a platform like Google with that amount of context and the ability to search the web through Google Chrome or search and create files on Google Drive and take its own actions of what it thinks best, what it thinks is best for you and what you prescribed, that level of context with compute, it hasn't been done before. And so Spark has a lot of potential and will be reflective of how other companies attack this same problem. And then the next thing that's interesting is that you can create skills for Spark. So I created some skills as an example. And if you don't know how to create skills, you can just tell it, hey, I need to create a skill for this. We need to be consistent here. And to do that, I want a skill and I want the skill to do these things. And then it will create the skill for you. And they're like, okay, well, when I send this email, I'll reference this skill, which is Dalton's language protocol. And so it will use that consistently. And it you may not know what you want to say. So it's like, okay, can you look at the last 20 emails I've sent to utilize those emails as a corpus to establish a skill that reflects my language usage, something like that. And it will do it. No problem. It's exactly what I did because I was lazy. So I was like, I don't want to do all that. How about you try it? And it worked. And I think it was decent. I do think that it could ask you some more questions before it gets started. I think is my main gripe. Seems like it'll get started right away. Like you'll tell it something and it won't intentionally interview you on whatever you're asking for. It will just go. So unless you're very prescriptive on exactly what you want, it kind of just goes off. And that's kind of a problem because you have to pay for the compute, of course, and you have a certain amount of compute you can spend in a 5 hour window. Regardless, who has access? People who have the ultra subscription or enterprise subscribers, and it's in beta for both of them. Okay, so this tool under the hood, it utilizes your, it's called a knowledge graph, but your knowledge graph for your account. Basically, it utilizes all your emails, your files, your contacts, everything that knows about you to try to personalize the output to you. And that's the holy grail of LLMs. Like for LLMs, they need to have the context to be useful. And so now it has the context to do cool stuff for you. And you don't have to worry about it as much. Like I'm fine with giving away my data because it's such a pain in the butt to prevent people from having your data. But if I'm going to give my data away, I might as well get some big benefits. And this is one of them, in my opinion. So it's grounded within your account. And so it knows you better than other LLMs. And so it can take tasks on for you. It can do things. You can ask it questions. You can not tell it all the context and then it will figure it out from your emails or your interactions you've had, which is borderline creepy if you're not into that. But I'm like, yeah, you did it. I'm so proud of you. Whereas you could get turned off from that, but I think it's great. So it consistently uses your context on your Google profile to ground the AI. And another thing it does is it's always on if you want it to be. And you can schedule tasks, you can ask it to do complex things, multi-step frameworks. You can do a whole bunch of stuff that is, in my mind, pretty cool. And if it doesn't know, it will go and research on the internet and figure it out.